Day 27. Day 27. This is my third video I recorded today because I finally recorded the Master Key System videos. Go check them out. Um, today I was more focused on the video, so I was just reading the Master Key Systems, rereading them. I mean, so that it could be a bit more fresh in my mind and so that it was easier for me to talk about. But yeah, what's new? This video probably won't be long, but I think I've come to the decision I'm really I think it's time for me to obsess over my desire. Oh, I thought I saw something in the camera. I thought I saw something in the camera. I was thinking, what the hell is that? Anyway, to obsess over my desire. You know, I think one thing I find myself doing, I'm sometimes so caught up in, like, I pay too much attention to other people's stories, and I have to realize that someone else's story is not going to be the same as my story. We're different people, you know. We're different people, so especially in relation to becoming a musician. One thing I love to do, I love to, like, see other, like, any artist I admire, or even if it's just an artist I don't even listen to, just any artist that has achieved, like, a significant level of success and fame, and you know, I'm fascinated, like, by watching their come up story. And sometimes, not sometimes, but I won't say sometimes, but I will say, whenever I do that, I often find myself, like, I start to, how do I want to say it? I start to question what my story would be like, and I start to try and compare it to theirs, you know. And a lot of these people, especially the artists that have attained, like, because I think now we're still in the new generation, so far there hasn't been many recent artists so far that have, like, achieved, like, superstardom level, or, you know, so oftentimes the documentaries I watch are the ones like Rihanna, Kanye, even like people like Mary J. Blige, Lauryn Hill, D'Angelo. These are people who Nicki Minaj. These are people who emerged in the early 2010s or mid 2000s, some even in the 90s. You know, so their story sometimes is like they were in an era where things were different, and not even just that. Some artists, I was even looking at watching Justin Bieber's one. Well, or not even just him, but even some people they were their parents put them into a singing class when they were young, or acting class, or, you know, whatever it is, yeah. Even if it's not music, but I like to watch all that type of stuff, right? Because it kind of gets me it's something I find fascinating, but especially because it's something I'm praying to achieve, you know. So when sometimes I don't know, it's just sometimes I just start to compare my journey and question how mine is gonna play out, and it gets a bit. That's when the doubts start to creep in. Like, were these people just lucky? Can I even do that? Can I even get to that point? Can I even? But the thing is, I see myself. You know, I was talking. I actually do. I see myself clear as day in the industry, though. Like in my head, I can imagine it with ease, bro. It's not a thing I feel like I have to struggle to imagine at all. So that kind of reassures me. And yeah, I think it's just time for me to obsess over. I should write my own story. That's the main thing I'm realizing. I should stop thinking about other people's stories. I I shouldn't. My voice is a bit because I've been talking for a while now. So, and I'm not a talker. I don't talk this much, but bro. Because no matter how many times I watch someone's story, it's not gonna. What does it do for me? Other than just like, oh, this guy's story is cool. There comes up, and the thing is, I will never get tired of watching those. So I'm never gonna reach a point where I'm like, if I'm watching those expecting to think I'm gonna reach a point where I'm like, okay, cool, now's the time. That's not gonna happen because I will never get tired. Not even just that. I can watch. There's so many documentaries of like, oh, come up, or like documentaries of like one artist of their journey on YouTube. If I search up the rise of Kanye West, so many videos will so many videos will pop up, and they'll all be good. They'll all be good. They'll all be good. You know, they'll all be good, and then I'll feel inspired. But there's not going to be a time where I'm like, okay, that's enough documentaries I've watched, and I've identified that. I've identified that, you know. It's time for me to write my own story. Focus on my own life. Stop focusing on everyone else's life, because their life does nothing for me. It doesn't do anything for me. That's one thing I've started to realize. That's one thing I've started to not realize, but coming to the realization of like, is that if I gotta start making something shake, I should start waiting for like. I think like, what am I even waiting like for signs? Sometimes I feel like it feels like I'm waiting for signs. Sometimes it's like I'm looking for a sign, you know, or not even just that. Sometimes I'll watch these documentaries, right, hoping that I will hear something that is similar to my story. Why am I looking for that? If I'm trying to be a revolutionary, I shouldn't always try to look for similarity. I should expect mine to be different. If my story is the same as everybody else's, where is the impact? Where's the impact going to be in that? If my story is the same as everyone else's, it's not going to be the same. Especially if I'm going to be revolutionary, if I'm going to be an icon, if I'm going to be a legend, if I'm going to leave a legacy. You know, my story can't be the same as everyone else's. I'm going to do something that's never been done before. You know? Yeah, and it's just that's I'm really starting to realize that it's time for me to obsess. I'm talking about obsess over my craft and over my own life, because I'm the one living my life. I'm the one living I refuse, yeah. I reject the idea that 50, not even 50, but in the far future, I refuse to look back on my life and have a bunch of regrets, a pile of regrets. I refuse that. I refuse looking back on my life in the future and having a pile of regrets. I refuse that. And one thing I've come to realize is I should stop thinking and caring about all the people who have done me wrong in the past, all the people who have tried to put me down, and all the people all the people who have betrayed me, who have been disloyal, or everyone who's done me wrong in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, I should stop worrying about them. Why? Because when I look at them, yeah, a lot of them aren't gonna go to where I'm gonna get to. They're not gonna achieve heights I'm going to get to. So if I focus on them and think, oh no, and I'm scared of what they will think about what I'm doing, if they're gonna think I'm crazy, if they're gonna send it among their group chats, I'd rather, bro, they're all on the same path. A lot of them pick the same course in uni, applying for the same job. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? A lot of them is the same. I should stop trying to seek validation from people who are not going to where I'm going to. Why? Of course they're not going to understand. Of course they won't understand. Why would they? Why would they understand? Of course they're not going to understand. I shouldn't expect them to understand. You know? I should stop seeking validation from them. You know? Yeah, I mean that was heavy on my mind today. I need to feel. I don't know how I'm gonna. I said I was gonna complete a timetable. I did say that. I did. I'm gonna do that. The wardrobe kind of took time. I think I decided to do that on Thursday, but then when the wardrobe came, it kind of threw things off, and it slipped my mind. And not even just that. Yeah. It just slipped my mind. It slipped my mind. So I think a timetable of some sort or something. I don't know, bro. Something in place to. I might just have to stop consuming content, or just minimize it heavily. And when I say heavily, I mean heavily. Like, it might have to get to the point where, if I'm gonna watch any sort of video, on like YouTube or anything, maybe once a day. I might have to do that, one video a day. If I can't do one video a day, then I shouldn't be watching videos at all. If I can't do one video a day, then I shouldn't be watching any videos at all. And I think that one video a day will be during the night. Will be at night. If I'm gonna watch a video, if anything, gonna be at night. I can't start my day off watching videos, because it's like, if I can't start my day off sitting down and watching videos, because then it's like, that's already set in motion what the day is gonna be like. You know what I'm trying to say? So, I'm most likely at night I'll already be tired anyway. But I just have to put things in place that allow me to focus on my own life and to think myself and to do myself, bro. I just stop using it, because I think all these stories is just a distraction for me, bro. It's just to distract me from the fact that that I'm, for lack of better terms, I'm not where I want to be yet. I think that's what it's all for. It's just to help cope with that. I think that's why sometimes I over consume content or documentaries or like lectures on metaphysics or motivation, or like, I think it's all just to just to avoid facing the current circumstance. But I have to realize my life is going to be the most interesting. They say the best book you can read is the book of your life. Because I'll actually be living my dream. I'm going to be living my dream. I'm so excited. I'm excited. I say that every video, but I am tired. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. But I'm thankful I recorded all three videos. The two men's master key systems and this one. The master key system introduction, I waffled a lot during that one, so there's a lot of yapping, I can't lie. So I didn't expect it to be 40 minutes long, and the introduction should not be that long, but I couldn't be bothered to and these videos are raw. You know, I don't edit them. I just kind of record, talk, and upload. That's why all the thumbnails. I just think it's a nice aesthetic that all the thumbnails are like the same or similar. Just me looking at the camera with a straight face. That's so cool to me. I don't know why. Because then the final one will be me looking at the camera, but it will be me. You'll just see. It's like someone is gonna make someone is gonna turn it into a time lapse and see me become the not final form but peak form. I don't want to call it peak because that means there's gonna be a drop after that. So, but you know what I'm trying to say. And yeah, man, yeah, yes. Anything else to talk about? No, I think that's it. That's day 27. Yeah, I'm starting to lose track of the days. I can't cap. I'm starting to lose track of the days. I cannot lie. Especially now that I've done the mask and the mask system videos are different thumbnails. Like I don't want to keep them I kind of want to make them different or separate them. So the thumbnails are different. It's nothing crazy, but it's just a thumbnail. Yeah, man. I think that's it. Alright, Moshe. I still call myself Moshe. And I should address myself as Angela. That's who I am. That's who I've become. That's who I embody. Alright, Angela. You got this. No turning back. No stopping. Day 26 complete. No, day 27. Yeah, it is day 27 today. Tomorrow's day 28. 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Crazy. 4 weeks in. Alright.